Hello everyone, Douglas here, and welcome to my Doctor Who review. And today I will be reviewing the first ever Christmas special, The Christmas Invasion. But Douglas, does the Feast of Stephen from the Daleks Master Plan count as a Christmas special? No, I won't count that. This story is the full-on debut story for David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, and I remembered I had mixed feelings about David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, and I was wondering how well he would do after Christopher Eccleston's departure. I also remembered I watched this story in the summertime on the Sci-Fi Channel because I didn't have BBC America. Our cold open scene begins in space, and we zoom down to Earth, and we see Jackie, played by Camille Caudery, and she is decorating her Christmas tree. We are at a mechanic's workshop, and we see Mickey, played by Noah Clarke, and he hears something, and he hears the TARDIS. And we see Jackie hears the same sound. We see Jackie and Mickey meet each other, and we see the TARDIS comes out of nowhere, and it crash lands, and we see the 10th Doctor, played by David Tennant, and he says, "Here we are then, London, that's the solar system, isn't it? Jackie, Mickey, blimey, no, hold on, wait there. What was I going to say? There was something I had to tell you, something important. What was it? No, hold on. I know! Merry Christmas! And we see the Doctor faints, and we see Rose, played by Billie Piper, comes out of the TARDIS. We see Rose tells Jackie and Mickey that is the Doctor, and a good line from Jackie when she says, "What do you mean that's the Doctor? Doctor Who!" Our opening scene begins with the Doctor in bed, and Jackie wants to take the Doctor to the hospital, but Rose refuses. Hello, have you heard of UNIT? We see Rose is listening to the Doctor's double heartbeat, and it seems fine. And we see Rose and Jackie leave the Doctor alone, and we see the regeneration energy coming out of his mouth. We see Rose hears a woman's voice, and it is Harriet Jones, played by Penelope Wilton, and she is Prime Minister. We find out that they launched a space probe, and we see the probe hit something, and it's a ship. We see Rose and Mickey are shopping, and we see Rose sees the robot Santas. We see the robot Santas see Rose, and they start to attack. And I didn't think my Christmas was going to get better. We see Rose and Mickey arrive back, and they are running back home. We see Rose notice the new Christmas tree, and Jackie thought it was from Rose. But it's not from Rose. We see the Christmas tree lights turn on by themselves, and we see it starts to spin, and talk about rocking around the Christmas tree. We see Rose is trying to wake up the Doctor, and we see Rose puts the sonic screwdriver in the Doctor's hand, and we see the Christmas tree gets through, and a funny line from Jackie when she says, "I'm gonna get killed by a Christmas tree!" And yeah, I don't want to get killed by a Christmas tree too. We see Rose whispers in the Doctor's ear, and she says, "Help me." And we see the Doctor is awake, and he destroys the Christmas tree. We find out the Christmas tree is remote control. And who's controlling it? The robot Santas. We see the Doctor points his sonic screwdriver at the robot Santas, and they teleport away. We find out from the Doctor that they are pilot fish. We see that there is something wrong with the Doctor, and we find out that Rose woke him up too soon, and he is still regenerating. I love the Doctor's line when he says this to Jackie, "I need you to shut up!" We find out from the Doctor that something is coming. We see the Doctor is back in bed, and he is getting worse. We see Jackie and Rose are watching the news, and we see Mickey is doing research on pilot fish. We see Jackie see something on the TV, and it's aliens. We see a car arrives at the Tower of London, and I was there in August, and there is no secret government headquarters when I was there. We see the Tower of London is home to UNIT. The line I like from Llewellyn when he says, maybe they're not actual Martians, and that is a good reference to the Ice Warriors. We find out the ship is heading towards Earth. We see the aliens are speaking and Rose can't understand them with the doctor being sick. And this is the first time Torchwood is referenced for this series story arc. We find out the aliens are the Sycorax and not Martians. And we find out they will surrender or die. We see Harriet is going to extend peace to the Sycorax, and they do not surrender. We see it's Christmas morning, and we see the Sycorax respond, and we see one of the Sycorax, and his hand is glowing blue. We see some of the staff are under the blue light, and they walk out. And we see some of the population are under the same blue light. We see the people are going up to a high building and they are standing on the edge of the roof, and that is a great shot. We find out that it's not the whole country, but the whole world. I like Rose's line when she says, "We do nothing." And you can tell she gave up hope, and the doctor can't save anyone right now. We find out the probe has A positive blood. We see Harriet Jones is addressing her nation, and she pleads the doctor for help. We see all the windows break, and the Sycorax ship has arrived. And I will say, that is impressive. We see that Rose is going to take the doctor back to the TARDIS. We see that the Sycorax wants Harriet on board their ship, and they do that by teleport. And we see Harriet and her people on board the ship. We see the Sycorax leader removes its helmet, and that is so cool. We find out from the Sycorax leader that she will surrender, or it will release the final curse, and the people will jump. We see the Sycorax leader kills Llewellyn and then the Major. We see Rose, Jackie, and Mickey are going into the TARDIS. We see Jackie leaves to get more food. We see Mickey presses something, and the Sycorax leader picks it up, and it teleports the TARDIS to the ship. We see Rose leaves the TARDIS, and she is on the ship. And we see Mickey hears Rose's scream and goes after her. And we see Mickey drops his thermos, and we see the tea is dripping, and we see the vapor from the tea. We see Rose is addressing the Sycorax, and she fails. And I just laughed when I watched this scene. We see the Sycorax leader is speaking English, and you might wonder, what is going on? We zoom to the TARDIS, and the doors opened, and the doctor is healed. Funny line I like, and this would be a running joke for the new series, when he says, "Am I Ginger?" I like how the doctor remembers the events of Aliens of London and World War III to Harriet Jones, and that was a great scene. We see the doctor notices the blood control. We see the doctor push the button, and we see the population almost jumped off, but didn't, and they are back to normal. We find out from the Sycorax leader that they allow them to live. I like the doctor's speech, and this speech showed me that David Tennant is a great doctor when he says, "Look at these people, these human beings. Consider their potential. From the day they arrive on the planet and blinking, step into the sun. There is more to see than can ever be seen. More to do than..." No. Hold on. Sorry, that's the Lion King. Wait a minute. Was that speech from the Lion King? Let me take a look. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, yes. That is from The Lion King. We see the Doctor challenges the Sycorax leader to a sword fight. We see the Sycorax leader gets the upper hand, and he cuts the Doctor's hand off. And I remember when I first saw this, I thought, is the Doctor going to have one hand now? One of the greatest scenes I like is when the Doctor's hand grows back. I like the Doctor's line when he says, "This new hand, it's a fighting hand." We see the Doctor wins his sword fight, and the sword fight was amazing. We see the Doctor tells the Sycorax leader, "Leave this planet and never return." One of the scenes I like is when the Sycorax leader is about to attack the Doctor and he throws a fruit to the button, and the Sycorax leader falls to his death, and the Doctor says, "No second chances. I'm that sort of a man." I like how the Doctor tells the Sycorax that this planet is defended, and we see them back on Earth. We find out from Alex, who is Harriet's assistant, that they got a message from Torchwood, and we see Harriet to tell them to fire, and we see laser beams, and the Sycorax ship is destroyed. We see the Doctor is not happy what Harriet did. One of my favorite lines from the Doctor when he says, "Don't challenge me, Harriet Jones, because I'm a completely new man. I could bring your government down with a single word. No, 6 words." And Harriet thinks he is bluffing. We see the Doctor walks to Alex, and he says, "Don't you think she looks tired?" And that is a funny line. We see the Doctor and his friends walk away. We are inside the TARDIS wardrobe, and we see the Doctor is trying out different outfits. And we see Rose, Jackie, and Mickey are getting the party ready. I also like the song for 10 playing in the background. We see the Doctor finds his white outfit, and I love his outfit. Pinstripe suit with a trench coat. We see the Doctor arrives to the party. We see the Doctor notices Harriet on the news, and the caption reads, "PM health scale, unfit for duty." But there will be a consequence for that in the next series. We see the Doctor and his friends go outside and it's snowing. We find out from the Doctor it's the spaceship breaking up in the atmosphere, and it's not snow, it's ash. I like the Doctor's line when he says, "All those planets, creatures, and horizons, haven't seen them yet, not with these eyes, and it's gonna be fantastic." And when I heard that line, I thought we might have more happy adventures. And you can tell the Doctor's guilt from the previous series is completely gone. We zoom out of the Doctor and Rose, and that is the end of the story. We go to the credits, and this is the first time they use the Middle Eight theme for the closing. I will say, The Christmas Invasion is a Christmas classic. I will say, for David Tennant's first story, he gives a great first impression, and he does give a great performance. He is funny, dramatic, and dark. The script by Russell T Davies is good, the direction by James Hawes is good, and I will give The Christmas Invasion a 10 out of 10. So that is my review of The Christmas Invasion. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time, where I will be reviewing the Series 2 opening story, Newer.